जिंदा खुदा से दिल जो लगाते तो खूब था जिंदा.
But here's a question asked, since I would dare say the majority of the people here tonight are not terribly familiar, myself included, with the Ahmadiyya faith. And the question is, who are the Ahmadiyya? So, Mr. Nazir, maybe you would like to answer that for those of us who are not terribly well aware.
You see, it was the prophecy of the Holy Prophet of Islam that a time would come when Islam would leave the hearts of the people. They would be Muslims by name. They would have deviated from the true teachings of Islam. And Islam would be dominated by people who have got little knowledge of Islam. And they have deviated from the true path of Islam. He said at that time, God would send a reformer who would come to bring back the Muslims on the true path of Islam. Islam would be derailed, and he would come to put the people back on the true teaching of Islam, so that they would know the true teachings and the true face of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. So he came, we believe that he came and he formed this community, and we are toiling all over the world in our attempt to show that true teachings of Islam, not the wrong interpretations of the Holy Quran or wrong interpretation of the Hadith. We're trying to present Islam in its pristine purity. That is what we're trying to do. How far we have succeeded? It's left to you to decide, but we are going. I just was in the Northwest Territory of Canada just 4 days ago, the coldest part of the Arctic Circle, where there is 24 hours daytime and 24 hours night. I'm just returning from that. What did we go there to do? To show the true face of Islam. That these are our toils, these are our missionary toils, to show that Islam is a religion of peace, is a religion of tolerance, to show the people what is the meaning of jihad. Look how this word has been misused. The fanatics are going about killing and maiming and butchering people in the name of religion. Jihad is a struggle. Struggle against ignorance. Struggle against our evil desires, our evil propensities. To fight against them. That is the jihad which is worth fighting. It is not killing and maiming people. And that is why, because of this interpretation of jihad, we Ahmadiyya community members, look, I do not claim that the entire Muslim, I am representing the entire Muslim world. In some places we are not even counted as Muslims, because our different teachings about jihad. We have a peaceful posture that the real jihad which is worth fighting, it is to fight against yourself. It is a struggle to train your children, to educate your children, to love your neighbor. These are the things which are now becoming extinct. They are an endangered species. We're trying to revive them. That is the Ahmadiyya.
Mr. Nazir, many of us perhaps are familiar with the Sunni Muslims and Shia Muslims. The Ahmadiyya Muslims, what percentage of the Muslim community do you think that would be?
Well, the majority of the Ahmadiyya members were, sometimes they were Sunnis, and they have accepted the reformer of this age, and they have accepted him as a guide, in addition to the Holy Prophet, who is the final law-bearing prophet. They have accepted him, and many of the Sunnis and many of the Shias and many of the other, people from other origins have come into Islam. Many Christians, many Hindus. I am a Hindu. My grandfather was a Hindu. His name was Shevram. I come from a Hindu dynasty. So people, from all angles, from all people, we gather and we try to show the peaceful posture of religion, and we try to attract them and show them what is true, not just fairy sermons, but show them what true Islam is, how we can change our life, to become better human beings, to become better law-abiding people, to have a good relationship with our spouses, with our children. That is what we are, and we induct, and they are gravitated, or they are, as if they are magnetized, they are attracted because of sometimes maybe the goodness that we think we have.
And I think that leads right into the next question here, which is actually from a younger member of the audience. And the question is, what is the real role of religion to create peace in the world? A very profound question, I think.
It is just as if, you were narrating the story of Romeo and Juliet for the whole night, and in the morning somebody would ask whether Juliet was a boy or a girl. That's what we have been talking. That our religions can play a role. That is why this conference is being held. That Muslims and Christians and Hindus and Jews and natives and all other nations should try to aspire and tell their congregation, young and old, man or woman, that we should live at peace with ourselves, with our neighbors.
जिंदा खुदा से दिल जो लगाते तो खूब था, जिंदा